The Letters to Daniel film journey, from where it went from blog to distributed DVD and streaming, it started as a blog in 2013, and we finally filmed it in the early summer of 2019. And when the film was finally ready, it was like to go out on the film festival circuit. It was like, oh, surprise, COVID. But we started winning. We won over 100 awards on the festival circuit, and we secured our first industry award for Best Original Song at the Indie Series Awards, and we won a Silver Davy Award for film and video production, low budget. We filmed it in 6 days for $6,000, and the book won a International Impact Book Award. And so and I recently won a World Entertainment Award for Best Screenwriter. And here is the crew. Well, most of the crew, the principal cast, and the journey is incredible. And it ended with me being inducted into the International Indie Filmmakers Hall of Fame in Cleveland, Ohio. So you may be asking yourself, how do I do something like this? Well, I'm going to do my best to tell you how. So, when people ask me how I did it, I started off just making slideshows and basic documentaries and just not giving up, and then writing books. And I found that I work pretty fast. I think people are waiting to be discovered at the soda shop counter, and that's a myth. And I'm sure it happens, like, it happens every day, but why wait? Why wait? Life is short. You only live once. And I'm 49 years old. And I'm kind of a late bloomer, my first book was published at 35 years old. And then I got into film in 2014. So I'm hitting my 10-year anniversary, and I'm just now getting the kind of traction that I want. And so, no, it doesn't happen overnight. No, it's not easy. No, you're not going to say, I love your work. You're going to have to walk those early miles alone. And as long as you've got one person behind you saying, I believe in you, and as long as you believe in you, anything is possible. And I just want to take this moment to thank a couple of people. I want to thank my best friend Missy for always being by my side, especially when I was very sick with bipolar. I want to thank my parents for supporting me. I want to thank Dell, who was my mentor and best friend in the business. unfortunately, he passed away. And I want to send out a message to his family. I love them very much still. I understand that sometimes life moves on and you're only in a person's life for a shorter period of time. But I really do love you and appreciate you for all that you did for my career. And then, of course, I want to thank Daniel Craig, because he kept me in treatment, or his films kept me in treatment. And he gave me a writing career and lots of ideas indirectly, even though we don't know each other. But but I just hope you know you help keep me sane in a chaotic and crazy world, and I'm just thankful for all that your creativity brought to me. I think the best way to say it is the way that Jason Alexander, aka George Costanza, said. He goes, and I believe this too, I think the days of thinking as only one thing, like only an actor, only a writer, only a producer, are over. There's been a seismic shift in the entertainment industry, and you can make your own road, you know. If you want to do a play, you put together the team and the cast, and you have the playwright. Maybe you're the playwright, and you want to see your play on a Broadway stage. Now, I don't know how to get on a Broadway stage, but I found my way to the off-Broadway stage, which was just 6 blocks away from the Longacre Theater for the Letters to Daniel play. I hear a lot of people saying, I can't, or it's too hard, or I've been doing this for a long time. And some people really have been doing this for a long time. But you gotta have that persistent spirit, and you gotta be willing to do whatever it takes to, short of, commit a crime, to get that dream, to get that vision to the big screen, or the printed page, or I dream of meeting Daniel Craig one day, because honestly, I would say Maurice Benard, the Sonny Corinthos of General Hospital fame, helped me realize that I was suffering from bipolar disorder, and I needed to get a diagnosis and to get medication. And then the discovery of Daniel Craig's movies helped me stay in treatment and stay in active treatment. And he gave me a writing career. I've been published by a small press. I have an audiobook version of Letters to Daniel coming from the largest independent audio publisher in the United States, Tantor Publishing. These things didn't come easy, but my best friend Missy likes to joke that I write like it's running out of time, to steal a line from Hamilton. I'm nonstop. And the fact that I have I would tell people, start with something small, a short story, a short. My name is Amy, and I am known primarily for this, and the memoir it was based on. And I guess people ask me often how I built this world, how I took it from a simple blog to a memoir, to a screenplay, to a movie, and now an off-Broadway show. Sorry about that. And, you know, I'm filming 2 features and doing an off-Broadway show this year. One of them is Letters to Matthew, which is the indirect follow-up to Letters to Daniel. The Assassin's Redemption, which is wholly different, which I'll be filming in Atlanta, and the off-Broadway show in New York City at the American Theater of Actors on the Beckman stage. So the Letters to Daniel journey started when I saw Casino Royale, and I just totally became enthralled with Daniel Craig's James Bond, and then I became a big fan of his work. And at the time, I weighed 310 pounds, and I was not completely stable. See, I had bipolar disorder, and that's what Letters to Daniel is about. My journey with bipolar disorder, told to the prison of my friend and my writing partnership and friendship, and also framed by open letters to Daniel Craig. So whenever I would struggle, I would pop a movie of his in, and through that process, he became a muse of sorts. You know, I don't know him, he doesn't know me. I have no idea if he has any clue I exist. Probably not. But as enthralled as I am with his work, he became like the physical template for 20 some odd years of stories, because it was like his acting style. He works a lot through his eyes, and it was like all these stories were there, and they popping up in my head. And so it became where I had been blocked and I was not writing well. I had a breakthrough of sorts, and I realized I liked writing action, and I realized I liked writing romance, and I started endeavoring upon my journey as an author first, and then as a filmmaker. I started filming things because I wanted to see my work on the big screen, and I didn't want to wait for someone to tell me it was okay to do it. And on top of all of that, I got to see, as like a full circle moment, I got to see Macbeth with Daniel Craig, and I also got to see him with Stephen Colbert, in conversation with Stephen Colbert in New Jersey. So my first trip to New York City for a Broadway show was Macbeth with my hero, Daniel Craig. And I went to New Jersey, to the New Jersey Performing Arts Center, and got to see him dazzle us with his wordplay.